Hey, what's going on, guys? How are y'all doing today? I know it's been a little bit. Past 6 months have been kind of ridiculous. If you're interested to know a few of the details, then stay tuned till the end of this video. But for now, we're going to be reacting to a new one from Ryan Upchurch called No One Told Us. So without any further ado, let's just jump into it.
You smell that fan in the window, letting air in. Coal still burning outside from last week. And truck done died. It was running all night to be the jukebox jam and the wood chop light. You see that fence post nail at the top to hold the water bucket when the faucet's off. That hideaway shed ain't just for the straw, but also lighting up and strumming on a guitar. And I sang, man, oh man, where'd the good times go? Back when Fall by Clay Walker was playing on the radio. So I sang, boy, oh boy, how I miss them old Toyotas. Yeah, country is as country does. We was, but no one told us. Yeah, I'm sick of hearing the same thing. Rhinestone cowboy, I'm about to smack y'all like the ass on a cowgirl. I miss the Tennessee, barefoot bandit up in Rocky Top, orange and white blanket up in that red rag tie. Want the gun smoke and bring your ass to the fall. We just some country boys and girls getting stoned in a bomb. I get the chatter hoochie coochie, I'm the hollow Elvis Presley. Even when I'm fat and old, Dixie chicks are gonna stick me. I'll be somewhere on a boat getting too damn sunburned. Middle fingers up, sissy still being butt hurt. I'll be casting the line, just sitting watching the float. Jump with the country and country, no need to give it to me. And I sang, man, oh man, where'd the good times go? Back when Fall by Clay Walker was playing on the radio. So I sang, boy, oh boy, how I miss them old Toyotas. Yeah, country is as country does. We was, but no one told us. Yeah, the music industry think it got me itching like sumac. Got a bunch of tins in Tennessee line dancing to this rap. Lap steals to the shimmy of all that bass in the floor. Joyce do it like the legends. Rock it out till we're deaf, boys. I'm kicking up the average like I'm jumping off a Peterbilt. Working through the algae where the creatures hit the shine steels. Riding down the roads and leaving nothing but a buzz. I put the country in the rap because I'm wrapped up in the nose. Ain't so no song. Just believe me when I say, one day when I'm dead and gone, you'll smirk along and sing. And you'll sing, man, oh man, where'd the good times go? Back when it was Holler Boys by Upchurch on the radio. So I sang, boy, oh boy, how I miss them old Toyotas. Yeah, country is as country does. We was, but no one told us.
Well, there you have it. No One Told Us by Ryan Upchurch. By the way, there is a reason I chose to do a reaction to one of Upchurch's songs, and the reason is, back previously, when I first started this, the idea was create a channel and see how well I could do over a month of really trying to upload as much as I could and everything like that. And stuff just kept coming up. We lost nurses. We had to go to the hospital a time or two. Everything just kind of piled up. And for those of you who don't know, it'd be 2 years ago, October 30th of this year, my mom was run over by a car in a parking lot, and we got a settlement from the guy that did it, but money only gives you so much, you know, and you gotta take care of them and nurse them back to health. And if we went by the book, she wouldn't be here. She was in a 4.5-month coma, which, if you ask any brain surgeon, they'll tell you that's insane, especially at her age. She just turned 58. So it's just a miracle that she's still around. And back when I started this channel, my first reaction was a Ryan Upchurch video, and then I did one for Adam Calhoun, and then I got into NF. And when I got into NF, a lot of people started commenting back at me, saying, hey, keep doing NF, do more of this, do more of this. So I stuck with it, and I was like, hey, it's NF, it's a great idea. He doesn't swear in his music, which means I can share these reactions and show people at the church what I'm doing and stuff like that. But the church group I was going to at the time, I don't know, it's like they just treated me as the black sheep, because I graduated from UGA back in December of 2017, and that was a month after this whole accident. So I basically spent the next 1.5 years going around to different nursing homes and hospitals and everything, making sure my mom was taken care of properly. And then she came home last October, and somebody had to be at home. My dad was working, my sister was at college, so it was just kind of convenient for me to take over and be at home and stick around with the nurse when we did eventually have one. It took a while to get any of them, really, unfortunately. But, I mean, I had to do what I had to do, and I wouldn't change it. But the thing is, it's like every time I would go to the church, people would always be like, hey, how's your sister doing? How's your dad doing? Oh, you have a job yet? And I'm sitting there, I'm going, how can all these people miss the point of these sermons each week that tell you, yes, money does matter and you need money to live, but the big picture from the Bible tells you that you're supposed to love people first. And they're more worried about my back pocket. I don't understand that. I mean, I have a job now, yeah, and I've had it for a few months now. But God has been taking care of me the whole way, and I mean, I went through a time period where I had $12 in my bank account. And, or actually, I didn't even have that much, because I had $12 in my checking account, and I was in the red in my savings. So I didn't really have $12, I had like 7. And it was just crazy. And then once I got a job, I would go back to the church, and it would turn into hallway talk. You know how it goes. You walk past somebody, hey, how you doing? Oh, you doing good? Oh, good. I'm good too. Okay, bye. See you. Like, now I got a job, now you really don't want to talk to me? I didn't understand that. And My sister left probably about a month and a half ago now. I don't know where she is. She packed her stuff and just gone. She left one night to a Bible study done by one of the girls at the church, and she just never came home. And she made allegations on my dad, and he spent a weekend in jail because of it. So there's all this different investigating going on right now into everything, and it's just a mess. And the main thing that irritates me is she went to the church group and told them her story. Not a one of them has come to me and asked for my part, to tell them that she's not telling the truth. But nobody's asked me. And when I try to reach out, nobody takes my calls. The youth pastor there, he really takes the cake. He insists on trying to be my friend, but you can't rely on him. There were multiple times when Mom was in the hospital and different nursing homes, and a couple of times he came down and met with me, had lunch for a little bit or something like that. And then there were times where he tell me, hey, let's get up, let's go do something or something like this, and something would always come up and he couldn't make it. One thing that really irritated me was right after my sister had left, and he knew that my sister had gone, and I called him to see if he could find out anything, and he said he would, and he never got back with me. And then he calls me up one day and he says, hey, we need to get up tonight. I'll just have the whole night free. We should get up and go do something. And I wasn't really feeling up to it because he had already flaked on me before. And so I'm sitting there, I'm going, well, I get off at 4:30. By the time I get home, it's 5. So really, the only time we could really do something would be around 6. And then I got to be back home at 8 because that's when the nurse leaves and somebody has to be at home with Mom. He's like, well, that's fine. Let's just do whatever. And so I get off, I get home after 5 o'clock, try to give him a call. No answer. And I know what some of y'all are probably thinking, that, well, why didn't you just call again or text him or whatever? Maybe something came up. Well, would you really want to bother with trying to get a hold of somebody that's been known to flake on you before? On plans they make with you? I mean, you make plans with me that morning and then forget them by the afternoon? And what am I, a pile of crap? And then shortly after that, it was my 26th birthday. I've been trying to get him for the past year, 2 years, to go to a baseball game. I'm an Atlanta sports fan. Yes, I know the Falcons sucked on Sunday, but I was saying, hey, let's go to a Braves game. And it wasn't even just the Braves game either. I just wanted to do something with the group. And every time I say, hey, let's go do this, they'd be like, no. Hey, let's go do this. No. Hey, let's go on a hike. No. And those same people would be the ones that sit there and complain because we don't do anything. And so I've been trying to get him to go to a game, and he was like, nah, baseball's just not my cup of tea. It's going to be boring and all this, that, and the other. Which, he's a basketball guy. But what really rubbed salt in the wound is my birthday. He knew when my birthday was. I didn't get a single message from him. He knew when my birthday was because he's asked me specifically when's my birthday. I've wrote it down for him. And then 2 days later, he goes to a Braves game. And he shares about it on social media, basically saying how it wasn't that bad. And I'm sitting there, I'm going, well, no, duh, it's not that bad. I told you it wasn't that bad, but you wouldn't listen to me. You have to go to a Braves game 2 days after my birthday, knowing that I wanted to go with you to a Braves game, knowing all this crap that's going on in the family, and you don't even feel like including me. After you insisted on me going to do something for me. What? I don't get it. I don't get it. But yeah, so that's what I've been dealing with for the past 6 months. I apologize, guys. I didn't mean to make this into a rant or anything, and I definitely didn't mean for this to go on as long as it has, but anyway, if you like this video, feel free to hit the like button down below. If you didn't like the video, well, the dislike button's right down there next to the like button. And if you have something to say, that's what the comment section is for. I chose to do this video because I didn't think it would be fair for me to just jump back into it and do a request from one of you guys. So I'll get back to doing the requests eventually, but I just wanted to make this one. So thank you to anybody who watched, and specifically thank you for anybody who has watched this video in its entirety to this point. I really appreciate it. See you guys later. Bye.